In the fast-paced world we live in, our minds often operate on autopilot, reacting impulsively to challenges, criticisms, or unexpected events. These knee-jerk reactions may feel natural, but they can cloud judgment, escalate conflicts, and steer us away from our true goals. What if we could break free from this cycle and respond with intention instead of reacting with emotion? Mastering your mind means cultivating the discipline to pause, reflect, and choose a thoughtful response. This concept lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, while letting go of external chaos. By transforming impulsive reactions into deliberate responses, we unlock the power to navigate life with clarity, resilience, and grace. In this video, we'll explore practical techniques to help you take charge of your mind, embrace mindfulness, and respond with wisdom in every situation. Number 1. Mastering the moment. The Stoic art of thoughtful response. Life often presents us with challenges we cannot control, yet within these moments lies a power that is entirely our own. The ability to choose how we respond. Stoicism, with its enduring wisdom, teaches us that the distinction between reaction and response is not only vital but transformative. While reactions are impulsive and often dictated by fleeting emotions, responses are deliberate, thoughtful, and grounded in reason. This simple shift can reshape our experiences and define our character. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, urged us to focus on what lies within our control, our thoughts, choices, and actions. He emphasized that the power to pause and reflect before responding grants us freedom from being ruled by external events or internal turmoil. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, he asserted. In this pause between stimulus and response, we find clarity and the opportunity to act with intention rather than reflex. For Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, this principle became a cornerstone of his life and leadership. Amid the chaos of ruling an empire, he reflected in his meditations on the importance of maintaining self-mastery. He recognized that impulsive reactions often escalate conflicts and diminish effectiveness. Instead, Marcus practiced restraint and deliberate action, embodying the idea that true strength lies in thoughtful responses aligned with virtue and reason. Seneca, another influential Stoic, highlighted the consequences of reaction. He observed that impulsive actions, often fueled by anger or fear, lead to regret, conflict, and unnecessary suffering. In contrast, measured responses foster peace of mind, strengthen relationships, and cultivate inner tranquility. Seneca taught that by pausing to reflect, we reclaim control over our emotions and avoid becoming victims of our impulses. True power, he argued, lies in the ability to choose reason over chaos. This Stoic principle is as practical as it is philosophical. Thoughtful responses begin with awareness, recognizing the emotional triggers that prompt knee-jerk reactions. By observing our feelings without judgment, we create a space to reflect and consider our options. This moment of mindfulness allows us to evaluate our choices and respond in ways that align with our values, fostering personal growth and resilience. The Stoics also acknowledged the role of emotions in shaping our actions. Responding thoughtfully does not mean suppressing emotions, but rather using them as a guide. Anger, for example, can motivate us to address injustice when tempered by clarity and purpose. Fear can heighten awareness, but it must be balanced with courage and perspective. By harmonizing emotion and reason, the Stoics teach us how to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and composure. The ability to pause and respond thoughtfully transforms not only our internal state, but also our interactions with others. It de-escalates conflicts, fosters understanding, and strengthens relationships. It also enhances decision-making, allowing us to act with clarity and purpose rather than being swept away by impulsive reactions. As Epictetus noted, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. This insight empowers us to reclaim control, reminding us that our responses, not external events, define our experience. In practice, responding thoughtfully builds resilience and personal effectiveness. By focusing on what we can control, our interpretation and actions, we reduce frustration and avoid the regret often caused by hasty reactions. This approach fosters a sense of agency and freedom, helping us navigate life's unpredictability with grace. Number 2. Mastering emotions, a Stoic guide to inner peace. Emotions are an inevitable part of the human experience. They surge unbidden, shaping our perceptions and often driving our actions. Yet, Stoicism offers a timeless method for transforming our relationship with emotions. Not by suppressing them, but by mastering them through reason and self-awareness. For the Stoics, true freedom comes from understanding emotions, pausing to reflect, and aligning our responses with our values. The Stoics recognize that emotions are neither inherently good nor bad. They are natural reactions to how we interpret events. Problems arise when these feelings take control, leading to impulsive actions that disrupt our peace. Stoicism teaches us to pause between emotion and action, using that moment to reflect and choose a response that serves our long-term well-being. Epictetus stressed the importance of focusing on what we can control, our thoughts and actions. While we cannot prevent emotions from arising, we can decide how we respond to them. He likened emotional control to a skill that improves with practice, allowing us to approach life's challenges with composure and clarity. For Epictetus, this mastery was the foundation of true inner freedom. Marcus Aurelius exemplified this principle during his reign as emperor. In his meditations, he reminded himself to pause and assess his emotional responses, ensuring they aligned with his principles. Marcus viewed emotions as companions to reason, not adversaries. By integrating patience and reflection, he transformed his emotions into tools for virtuous action rather than barriers to rational decision-making. Seneca, reflecting on destructive emotions like anger, called them a form of madness that clouds judgment. He taught that unchecked emotions often lead to regret, while deliberate reflection fosters self-control and strengthens relationships. For Seneca, managing emotions was essential not just for personal tranquility, but for maintaining harmony with others. Stoic practices provide practical tools for achieving emotional stability. Mindfulness is a cornerstone, becoming aware of our emotions without acting on them impulsively. Observing our thoughts and questioning their validity helps us reduce emotional intensity and choose thoughtful responses. For example, if we feel slighted by a colleague, pausing to reconsider their intentions allows us to respond with understanding rather than defensiveness. Another essential Stoic exercise is premeditatio malorum, or anticipating potential challenges. By reflecting on possible emotional triggers, we prepare ourselves to face them with calmness and reason. This practice builds resilience, transforming unexpected difficulties into manageable experiences. When emotions arise, this preparation allows us to meet them with clarity rather than confusion. The Stoic approach is not about erasing emotions, but achieving harmony between feeling and reason. Emotions, when guided by rational thought, enrich our lives without dominating them. This balance creates a foundation for enduring inner peace and helps us navigate the complexities of human relationships with patience and empathy. Mastering emotions enhances not only our inner stability, but also our connections with others. Thoughtful responses foster trust and mutual respect, even in challenging interactions. The ability to reflect before reacting strengthens our character and deepens our relationships, creating a life grounded in integrity and understanding. Number 3. Mastering yourself. The Stoic key to emotional freedom. At the core of Stoicism lies a transformative concept, self-awareness as the foundation for mastering emotions and the mind. True freedom, the Stoics believed, isn't about controlling external events, but about choosing how we respond to them. This process begins with recognizing and understanding our inner states, thoughts, emotions, and impulses as they arise. Epictetus taught that emotions are not caused by external events, but by the judgments we attach to them. By becoming aware of these judgments, we can challenge and reshape them. For example, when insulted, an untrained mind might react with anger, but a self-aware person can pause, reflect, and respond with reason. This pause between stimulus and response is the essence of self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasized the importance of self-reflection. Even amidst the pressures of ruling an empire, he practiced observing his thoughts without judgment, aligning his actions with his values. For Marcus, self-awareness was a tool to remain steady and virtuous in a chaotic world. Seneca echoed this wisdom, emphasizing that self-awareness allows us to understand our emotional triggers and break free from destructive reactions. He believed that recognizing emotions as transient prevents them from controlling us. By choosing thoughtful responses, we strengthen our inner peace and integrity. Practicing self-awareness is not passive, it's a deliberate daily effort. The Stoics used journaling to reflect on their actions, identify patterns, and improve over time. This practice sharpens awareness, helping to align behavior with values. Or in practical terms, self-awareness enables emotional resilience. When frustration arises, for instance, awareness allows us to pause, recognize the emotion, and respond thoughtfully. This approach preserves relationships, prevents regret, and fosters inner stability. Self-awareness also enhances how we engage with others. By understanding our reactions, we approach conflicts with patience and clarity, strengthening connections and staying true to our principles. This awareness creates harmony in both personal and social realms. The Stoics viewed self-awareness as the ultimate path to freedom. While emotions are natural, they need not dictate our actions. Recognizing and understanding them gives us the power to act with intention rather than impulsivity. In today's reactive world, the Stoic lesson of self-awareness is more crucial than ever. Amid distractions and pressures, this practice anchors us, enabling deliberate actions over automatic responses. It's not about suppressing emotions, but understanding them to act with clarity and purpose. Self-awareness is a lifelong journey, a daily effort to know ourselves better. It leads to freedom from fleeting impulses and empowers us to live in alignment with our highest values. This is true mastery. The ability to observe, reflect, and act with reason and virtue, unlocking the potential for a purposeful and fulfilling life. Number 4. The Stoic power of the pause. In the rush of daily life, we often react without thinking. A sharp word, an impulsive decision, or a fleeting emotion dictating our actions. Stoicism, however, teaches us the transformative power of pausing, a practice that creates the space for reflection and intentional response. Marcus Aurelius referred to this as the space between stimulus and response, where our true freedom resides. In that brief moment, we can choose reason over impulse and align our actions with our values. The pause is not inaction, it is deliberate self-mastery. By stepping back, even for a few seconds, we disrupt the cycle of automatic reactions and allow reason to guide us. This simple practice gives us the clarity to assess our emotions, evaluate the situation, and respond in a way that reflects our long-term goals and core principles. The Stoics understood that in this moment lies the power to shape not only our decisions but our entire character. For Marcus Aurelius, pausing was an integral part of his philosophy. His reflections reveal a man deeply committed to thoughtful action, understanding that haste often leads to regret, while careful deliberation fosters integrity and peace. Pausing enables us to act with patience and wisdom, rather than being driven by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Pausing also transforms how we interact with others. When faced with criticism or disagreement, the instinct to respond defensively is strong. However, by pausing, we create the space to reflect, to understand the situation fully, and to respond with compassion and clarity. This deliberate approach not only diffuses potential conflict but strengthens relationships, turning challenges into opportunities for connection and growth. The pause is equally powerful when dealing with personal setbacks. Instead of reacting with frustration or self-criticism, taking a moment to reflect allows us to reframe failures as lessons. This shift in perspective builds resilience, enabling us to move forward with a clear mind and renewed purpose. Beyond emotional regulation, the Stoic pause aligns us with our highest priorities. In a world brimming with distractions and urgent demands, this practice helps us slow down and focus on what truly matters. It allows us to sift through the noise, making decisions that serve our long-term goals rather than succumbing to short-term impulses. Practicing the pause is both simple and profound. It can be as easy as taking a deep breath, counting to 3, or silently recalling a guiding principle. These small moments of reflection create lasting change, empowering us to replace impulsive reactions with thoughtful, deliberate actions. Over time, this habit builds a foundation of self-discipline, strengthening virtues like patience, courage, and justice. The Stoics remind us that the power of pausing lies in its ability to put us back in control. We are not at the mercy of our emotions or external events. Instead, the pause allows us to reclaim our autonomy, enabling us to respond in ways that reflect reason and virtue. In today's fast-paced world, where immediacy is often mistaken for efficiency, the Stoic pause is a vital practice. It is a reminder that true freedom comes from choosing how we respond to life's challenges. 8. By cultivating this habit, we transform impulsivity into wisdom and align our actions with the principles that matter most. This is the Stoic path to mastery, a life guided by reflection, purpose, and unwavering integrity. Number 5. Reframing challenges. Turning adversity into growth. Life is full of challenges, but the Stoics believed our power lies in how we choose to perceive them. Through the practice of reframing, we can transform obstacles into opportunities for growth, neutralizing emotional turmoil and opening paths to thoughtful, purposeful action. By changing our perspective, we don't just cope with adversity, we master it. The core of Stoic reframing is the recognition that events themselves are neutral. It is our interpretation that determines their impact. Marcus Aurelius, reflecting on life's trials, famously noted that what stands in the way becomes the way. Challenges, he understood, are not barriers to progress but tools for self-improvement. Reframing allows us to see setbacks as lessons, cultivating clarity and resilience in the face of difficulty. Epictetus, born into slavery and later a revered teacher, embodied this mindset. He taught that while we cannot control external circumstances, we have full authority over how we interpret and respond to them. And for Epictetus, adversity was not a source of despair but an opportunity to practice virtues like courage, patience, and wisdom. By reframing his circumstances, he turned hardship into a proving ground for inner strength. This practice begins with a conscious effort to view situations from alternative perspectives. A professional setback, for instance, may feel like failure at first, but reframing it as a chance to learn, improve, or pivot reduces its emotional sting and opens the door to constructive action. The same principle applies to personal challenges. A difficult relationship can be reframed as an opportunity to practice empathy, patience, or honest communication, transforming conflict into connection. Reframing also shifts the emotional charge of adversity. When we change how we see a situation, we alter how it affects us. Instead of anger, frustration, or fear, we can cultivate curiosity, determination, or calm. This mental shift allows us to move forward with clarity, focusing on solutions rather than becoming mired in emotional reactions. The Stoics saw reframing as essential for maintaining equanimity, the ability to remain composed and balanced in the face of life's uncertainties. Seneca urged his readers to accept the inevitability of hardship, viewing it as part of life's natural rhythm. By reframing difficulties as opportunities to grow stronger, we transform the unavoidable into a source of empowerment. Practicing reframing is a skill that grows with effort and mindfulness. It starts with recognizing our initial reaction to a challenge and questioning it. Is this obstacle as insurmountable as it seems? What can I learn from this? How can I respond in a way that reflects my values? These questions shift our focus from what we cannot control to what we can, enabling us to act with intention and wisdom. This practice does not ignore the reality of difficulties, but changes our relationship with them. It is not about pretending that setbacks are easy or pleasant, but about finding meaning and value in the experience. Reframing empowers us to approach life's struggles with courage and composure, transforming them into opportunities to align with our highest ideals. And in today's fast-paced world, filled with uncertainty and constant change, the Stoic art of reframing is more relevant than ever. When we face unexpected challenges, the ability to step back, reassess, and choose a constructive perspective helps us navigate life's turbulence with resilience and grace. It reminds us that while we cannot control every outcome, we can control how we interpret and respond to the events around us. Number 6. Mastering what you can control. The Stoic Guide to Inner Freedom. At the heart of Stoicism lies a transformative principle. While you cannot control the external world, you have complete control over how you respond to it. This simple yet profound insight, the dichotomy of control, empowers us to navigate life's challenges with clarity, resilience, and purpose. By focusing on what lies within our influence and letting go of what does not, we cultivate a sense of freedom and peace, even in the most uncertain times. Epictetus emphasized that our suffering often stems from trying to control the uncontrollable, other people's actions, opinions, or the outcomes of events. Instead, he taught that true power comes from directing our energy toward what we can control: our thoughts, choices, and behavior. This shift in focus liberates us from unnecessary frustration and allows us to take meaningful, intentional action. Marcus Aurelius, writing in his Meditations, echoed this wisdom. He recognized that external events are neither good nor bad in themselves. It is our judgment of them that creates distress or calm. Marcus repeatedly reminded himself that by focusing solely on his own actions and mindset, he could remain steady and virtuous regardless of external pressures. This practice not only helped him navigate the immense challenges of being an emperor, but also provided a blueprint for living with integrity and purpose. The Stoic approach is not about resignation or passivity, but about clarity and engagement. When we release the need to control what lies beyond our reach, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters: our character, decisions, and virtues. This focus prevents wasted effort and fosters emotional resilience, helping us respond to challenges with patience and reason. Imagine facing unfair criticism. The instinct might be to react with anger or defensiveness. But Stoicism invites us to pause and reflect. While the critic's words are outside our control, our response is entirely within it. By choosing calmness and self-restraint, we transform a potential conflict into an opportunity for growth and self-mastery. This conscious choice aligns us with our values, strengthening both our integrity and emotional stability. This principle also provides clarity during moments of crisis. When uncertainty or adversity strikes, focusing on what we can control serves as an anchor. By identifying actionable steps within our power, we avoid being consumed by fear or frustration. Instead, we channel our efforts into constructive solutions, fostering resilience and a sense of empowerment. In relationships, this mindset is transformative. Letting go of the desire to control others, their opinions, emotions, or actions creates space for mutual respect and understanding. Instead of trying to change others, we focus on ensuring that our behavior reflects patience, kindness, and fairness. This approach not only strengthens personal connections, but also deepens our own sense of peace. The Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control also applies to larger global challenges. In a complex and often overwhelming world, it's easy to feel powerless. However, the Stoics teach us to concentrate on what we can influence, no matter how small. Whether it's contributing to our community, standing by our values, or making thoughtful decisions, this focus transforms frustration into purposeful action, allowing us to make a meaningful difference without losing perspective. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, this lesson is more important than ever. By focusing on what truly matters, our thoughts, actions, and responsibilities, we reduce unnecessary stress and create space for intentional living. This isn't about ignoring emotions or difficulties, but about responding to them with wisdom and composure. It's about finding balance in the midst of chaos. Practicing this mindset requires mindfulness and discipline. It involves regularly asking, "What is within my control right now?" By internalizing this question, we develop a habit of focusing our energy where it has the greatest impact. Over time, this practice strengthens our emotional resilience and sharpens our ability to act with clarity and purpose. Number 7. The Stoic practice of reflection. Central to Stoicism is the transformative habit of self-reflection, a practice that empowers us to grow, align with our values, and face life's challenges with wisdom. The Stoics believed that by consistently examining our actions and thoughts, we can refine our behavior, cultivate resilience, and steadily progress toward living a virtuous life. Epictetus urged his students to review their daily actions, not with harsh self-criticism, but with a clear intent to learn. He posed essential questions. Did I live in accordance with my principles? Did I respond to difficulties with patience and courage? What could I improve tomorrow? These reflections help us understand where we fall short and how to act more deliberately in the future. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, exemplified this practice. Despite the immense pressures of ruling an empire, he made time to reflect on his thoughts and actions, using these moments to realign himself with his values. His writings reveal a deep commitment to understanding and improving himself, demonstrating that reflection is not a passive exercise, but an active process of growth and self-mastery. Reflection plays a crucial role in building emotional resilience. By pausing to assess our reactions, we gain insight into the emotions driving them. This awareness allows us to respond thoughtfully, transforming impulsive reactions into deliberate choices. Reflection turns setbacks into valuable lessons, strengthening our ability to face future challenges with grace and clarity. Practical tools like journaling and meditation make reflection accessible. Writing down daily experiences helps track progress and identify patterns in behavior. Even a few moments of quiet contemplation can bring clarity, enabling us to process emotions, review actions, and prepare for the day ahead. These simple practices foster self-awareness and promote intentional living. The Stoics also saw reflection as essential for reinforcing positive behavior. Acknowledging and celebrating actions that align with our values encourages us to repeat them. Over time, this consistent reinforcement shapes our character, guiding us to act with greater integrity and purpose. This growth, they believed, is not achieved through occasional effort but through steady, deliberate practice. Reflection is equally valuable in fostering resilience. By analyzing how we've handled past challenges, we build confidence in our ability to navigate future difficulties. Failures become lessons, frustrations become insights, and struggles become opportunities to practice patience, courage, and wisdom. This shift in perspective strengthens both our resolve and our capacity for growth. In our fast-paced world, the practice of reflection is more vital than ever. Distractions and demands often pull us away from what truly matters, leading to reactive decisions and unexamined habits. Daily reflection acts as an anchor, helping us refocus on our values and long-term goals. It enables us to prioritize meaningful actions over fleeting impulses and make decisions aligned with our highest principles. For the Stoics, self-reflection wasn't merely a tool for personal development, it was a moral duty. They saw it as a way to ensure that our actions benefit not only ourselves, but also those around us. By refining our responses, we bring greater wisdom, kindness, and consistency to our relationships, fostering harmony and understanding. Incorporating reflection into daily life can be simple yet profound. Asking 3 questions at the end of each day: what did I do well? Where did I falter? What will I do differently tomorrow? Can guide us toward mindfulness and growth. These small acts of introspection create a foundation for intentional living. Number 8. The Stoic practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, offering a pathway to clarity, resilience, and intentional living. For the Stoics, being mindful meant staying grounded in the present, fully aware of one's thoughts and emotions without being dominated by them. This practice enables us to approach life's challenges with composure and respond thoughtfully, rather than react impulsively. Stoicism and mindfulness converge on a shared principle: observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. The Stoics understood that emotions and distractions, while inevitable, do not have to dictate our actions. By recognizing their transient nature, we free ourselves from their control, maintaining focus on what truly matters. This aligns seamlessly with modern mindfulness practices that teach awareness and detachment as tools for navigating life's uncertainties. One of the most accessible mindfulness exercises is breath meditation. By focusing on the breath, we anchor ourselves to the present moment. When the mind wanders, gently returning to the breath strengthens our attention and builds mental discipline. This practice reflects the Stoic ideal of grounding oneself in the present, avoiding unproductive dwelling on the past or worry about the future. Another practical exercise involves mindful observation. By paying close attention to our surroundings or sensations, we cultivate a habit of fully engaging with the present. This practice not only sharpens our focus, but also deepens our appreciation for life's fleeting moments. For the Stoics, such observations remind us of impermanence, encouraging gratitude and reducing undue attachment. Mindfulness strengthens not just focus, but also emotional resilience. By observing thoughts and feelings as they arise, we gain insight into patterns that might otherwise disrupt our composure. For instance, recognizing frustration in its early stages allows us to pause and choose a measured response rather than succumbing to impulse. This ability to act deliberately is at the core of Stoic self-mastery. The Stoics acknowledged that distractions are unavoidable, both from external sources and within our own minds. However, mindfulness helps us navigate these distractions with clarity. When practiced regularly, it allows us to remain focused on our values and goals, even in chaotic or high-pressure situations. By repeatedly returning our attention to what matters, we cultivate a sense of purpose and direction. In today's world, where distractions are endless, mindfulness becomes even more essential. The constant barrage of stimuli pulls us in countless directions, often leaving us fragmented and overwhelmed. Mindfulness helps us reclaim control over our attention, enabling us to approach tasks and relationships with presence and intentionality. This focus not only improves our effectiveness, but also infuses our actions with meaning. Mindfulness also enhances how we engage with others. By being fully present in conversations and relationships, we listen more attentively and respond with empathy. Free from the distractions of our thoughts or devices, we build deeper connections. This mindful engagement reflects the Stoic principle of living harmoniously with others and fosters stronger, more meaningful bonds. Practicing mindfulness requires no grand effort. It begins with simple, deliberate actions, pausing to take a deep breath, observing the sensations of the moment, or reflecting on the nature of our thoughts. These small practices can be seamlessly integrated into daily life. Over time, they cultivate mental clarity, emotional stability, and a greater sense of control over our actions. The Stoics remind us that mindfulness is not just about staying present, but about staying true to our values. By observing and understanding our internal states, we sharpen our ability to act with reason and integrity. This practice empowers us to navigate life's complexities with confidence and focus, ensuring that our choices reflect thoughtful consideration rather than fleeting impulses. In the chaos of daily life, our reactions often dictate our destiny. But true strength lies in our ability to pause, reflect, and respond with clarity. The Stoics teach us that by mastering our minds, we reclaim control over our emotions and actions. Instead of being a victim of impulsive reactions, we become architects of thoughtful responses. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, is this within my control? Let wisdom guide you, not anger or fear. With practice, you'll transform conflicts into opportunities for growth and become a beacon of composure in a reactive world. If you found this insight valuable, join us on this journey of self-mastery. Follow and subscribe to the channel for more Stoic wisdom and practical tools to enrich your life. Let's unlock your potential together.